go. This Gatorade. Shout out Gatorade.
I have that in the QB room, which is the most important room in the building. That's great.
What do you think about Aaron Rodgers coming into the AFC North?
What do I think about it?
Facing twice a year.
I think it's a good opportunity to put him in the graveyard.
Appreciate it.
Mic drop.
Thank you.
Now perform. No more debates, no more doubt. They gon' feel me when I air it out. Same soul, New Jersey stitch. Legacy earned, never switched. Ain't just a number, it's a chapter flip. Now the league gotta deal with this. Don't call me 2, call me 12. Whole Jersey new wear. Welcome to the land. Number change, but the mission don't fade. AP watching, the ice still sway. From Booter to Browns, levels to this whole digit, same dog. I'm built for the blitz. Drops a number, it's a statement. It's not about where I was, it's about where I'm going. Yeah. Now it's game time, chains on stealth. Whole league watching number 12. Cleveland cold, but the wrist still melt. Don't call me 2, I'm 12 myself. Yeah.
What's good?
Hey, my computer was messing up, but we here, man. Shedeur live right now.
How I feel like I played. I know every day there's room for improvement in a lot of different areas in my game, so I never feel, I would say, full. I would say I'm always hungry. And it's a lot of aspects in football that you could get better at. It's weight room, it's knowing the plays, it's physically, it's throwing different. You can always get precise on more things. So I feel like I put in my day's work, but I know I'm far from where I want to be.
Tommy, we talked about when you first walked in the door right before rookie minicamp there to where you are now. Where do you think you have grown?
What's going on?
Spiritually. That's why I say I've grown the most. After draft, you know, getting closer to God and definitely talking to him consistently, having a real relationship with him. That's why I say I've grown the most at.
Shedeur, just the conversations with Joe, with Kenny, even with Dylan, just how valuable are those for you, and how much do you just are you able to just learn from just talking through things, whether it's a play or any part of this job?
It's real fun having those guys in the room though, because we all are quarterbacks. We all feel similar ways, but nobody always talks about it. So Joe's the old guy in the room, so I joke with Joe all the time. Every day I see him. And Kenny, he had his experiences throughout his career overall, so then we just share a lot of the same things. And Dylan, of course, we're the same age group, Those guys are older. So me and Dylan, we're the same age group, so we just talk about experiences, just in college and everything so far.
Shedeur, what kind of jokes do you crack with Joe? It seems like you got him to smile a couple times out there during practice.
Yeah. I mean, I can't tell him all my jokes now. I can't tell you all my jokes, but like whenever you see them or they mic'd up or anything like that, all that stuff is real. That's real questions, but I don't know, because it be a spur in the moment, and then like after that, then okay, it's time to lock back in. Like our minds are always consistently and constantly moving, so I honestly don't even remember what we talked about on the field, honestly.
And on that note of locking in, it seemed like right as y'all were going over to the sideline for film review, Joe was giving you some pretty detailed advice on something. What was he walking you through? Do you remember?
Just how to get through the reads quicker and those type of things. And I asked him, hey, let me know what you think, like what I need to do. So it's like he's seen it, he played it, and like he's a pro, you know. So it's like I'll be dumb, I'll be a fool to not get insight for somebody that had success over all the years that he had.
Hey, Shedeur, Coach Debunking said that not many college quarterbacks run play action from under center anymore. Has that been, what kind of challenge has that been? Because it's a big staple of his offense.
Well, it was good that I grown up Little League and all that stuff under center, so it bring me back to Little League days. So I got a good foundation, and now I definitely am gonna improve on that. But I have a good solid foundation, and just prep for pro day and all that different type of stuff. Really make me more comfortable with everything. Everything in life, in any aspect, is gonna be a challenge. So it's just, are you gonna be the one to overcome the challenge, or are you gonna let that challenge get you? So that's how I attack it, and I just want to always look the most professional as possible.
Hey, Shedeur, you mentioned that.
They're live right now.
I'm managing it real well. Yeah. Overall, it's a mentality. It's mental. It's a lot of people in certain situations in their own life, you know, that may not be at the forefront, that maybe had that at one point in time, but you got to know it's going to be bright days eventually. Whenever the time comes. So you just always got to be prepared, and you got to mentally take it as just an experience, you know. And anything in life, you got to go through different things so you can understand the message that, you know, God's trying to give you. So that's why everything I'm way more grateful for, just to come out here, to be able to throw the ball around and just be able to get on the field. Like, everything off the field, it is what it is, but everybody know when it's time to get on that grass, then you know who I am.
Shedeur,
what
you just mentioned
goal is for this first off-season program and your first training camp results. Obviously, a lot of talk about, like, well, can you be the starter as a fifth-round pick? Like, will you make the team? Like, what is your goal when we get to, you know, September and the games are really getting played in the roster?
My goal is to be the best teammate and to be as polished as I can be. So, in every aspect, I view things as I got time. I got time to be able to grow and mature, you know, and be able to understand the ins and outs of the defenses and be able to get the good insight from the vets in the room. So I look at it as, you know, a plus. Like, I got time to actually be able to really have a great understanding. And whenever, you know, it's time for me to play, then it's time for me to play. But I'm not looking too far in the future about all that. I'm looking about every day in practice, because I had some misses out there today that, you know, we got to go in there and correct, about Reeves getting in and out drops a little bit faster from under center. So that's the main thing. I'm focused on the small things, and over time, the big things will happen.
Shedeur, you mentioned your spiritual growth when you first started. What made that happen now?
Well, I wouldn't say now. I always know when God's talking to me. Like last night, if any of y'all see, I tweeted something. Because, you know, when you sleep, you're most vulnerable. So then that's when I got, like, real bad. You know, God talked to me in that time. So, and I'm able to recognize that, because before Pro Day it was the same thing. So that's how I know I'm on track. You know, that's how I know I'm living in my purpose, and I understand everything happened for a reason. So I just got a message, like, that night, and I just slept with my flashlight on last night. I slept with my flashlight on last night because I was too scared.
Go back to the reps.
Y'all hear that like button?
The reps you're getting, and you talked about a lot of the work you do inside the building too. Just how do you think you're handling that and maximizing the chances you're given out here by also doing work inside and after practice and things like that?
Well, that's no different than that's normal than what we grew up doing and what we've been doing at Colorado and Jackson. So I just feel like I'm back in my element. You know, it's grass, it's fresh grass. You hear the birds outside. You understand what peace is at this point in life. So, you know, I'm back in my element. I'm excited to be here.
A couple more.
Shedeur, are you more comfortable now? Do you feel?
Do I look more comfortable? I look more comfortable, huh? So yeah, of course I feel more comfortable here. I would say it's just a mindset, just an adjustment. You got to go and understand the situation that you're in and be able to approach that and get the best out of it. So life is just based on how you view different things. So you could view things as you're not getting reps in a negative way, or you could view it as, okay, when it's my time to get out there, let's be proactive and let's get warm, let's get going, so there's no excuses. Because when you get out there, nobody cares how many reps you got. Whenever you get in the game, nobody cares if you took a snap before. You know, like everybody cares about production. So that's the main thing. When you get out there, you got to be able to produce.
You mentioned talking to Joe Flacco about going through the reads quickly. And, like, how important do you think that is?
Well, I talked to Shiloh, too. Shiloh always be telling me about that.
So how important do you think that and just playing on time, getting rid of it quickly, like how important is that aspect of your game to transition into that?
Well, I think it's extremely important. I took a lot of sacks in college, so I know how that feels on your body, I'll say. So it's definitely going through the progressions and getting comfortable and knowing the ins and outs of everything. So when you go on the field, I already have a different type of confidence by myself regardless. But now when you go out there and you know the ins and outs and everything, then it's a whole different type of confidence, you know, you go out there with. So I'm definitely getting to that point, I would say. And by the time I say training camp come, then, you know, I'll be there.
You're going to say Jory, Scott, Tony, and Mary Kay.
Jory, you work with anybody in the break between now and training camp, in particular, anybody different that you haven't worked out with before, whether it be a quarterback, trainer, I know you have done that, but will you also maybe get together with any of these quarterbacks or any of these receivers?
Well, yeah, right now I got to focus on this walkthrough that's about to be later on, and I got practice tomorrow. So I can't mentally, I got to focus on one thing at a time. I can't think about what I'm going to do for the break, where I'm going to be at, you know. So I got to be where my feet is. So I'm here right now, and I just got to focus on coming out tomorrow, having a strong day, and walkthroughs, understanding the ins and outs of everything.
Shedeur, you mentioned God talking to you. What does that look like or feel like to you, or where were you? Like, take us through what that was like.
When?
Last night, you said.
I was in my hotel room. Yeah, I was in my hotel room. I was just talking to a couple of pastors yesterday, you know, just about my purpose, just about everything here, and it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on, I'll say, in my mind, and I understand, you know, what peace is. So that's why break. I know I'm going home one time. I know I'm going home, so I can just little things in life, like just feeling the wind, hearing the birds, all that different type of stuff. It's something that you value now. It's something I value. So that was the main thing. Hearing what he was saying and understanding the message of what it is that he was telling me yesterday.
We're going to hit Scott and then Tony.
When you talk about staying prepared for those reps that you do get, how do you think you've done taking advantage of it? When we're out here, it seems like you've had some success throwing the ball. Do you feel like you're taking advantage of those?
Yeah, for sure. But every time the ball hit the ground, I feel a little bit of unsuccess.
Hey, I ain't want to pause it, but I know it, man. So we should do it. Get up on. They were live, man. I know they probably done cut it off now, but I had this, man. My computer had messed up, so I had to start it over. But nah, like with their spiritual connection, when he was talking about God was talking to him, man, I had the same thing. I went to his tweet. And he said, it's a spiritual warfare going on, trusting God. He told me the same exact thing, man, months ago. Told me the same exact thing that I needed to tell my family. It's a spiritual warfare going on, and we got to get right. So I'm going to tell y'all, it's a spiritual warfare going on, and we got to get right. And I ain't talking about just right in the sense of get right with the Lord. Nah, I'm talking about totality, right in the mind, right with your spiritual walk, right with your connection, right with your Bible, all that, man. Right with your job, right with your kids, right with your wife, right with your husband, right with everything in your life. You got to start moving in that right direction and get a better spiritual connection, because it's a spiritual warfare going on. You see what's going on in the world, man. You see what's going on in the world and how crazy it is right now. And you can't sit here and not believe. Because when you not believing, you're going to be lost. And when you be lost, I ain't telling where you going to go, because I ain't got no place to put you. But I'm going to look at the fruit you bearing. I ain't judging. I'm looking at the fruit you bearing, and the fruit you bearing is all rotten. Mine, I want to be sweet, plentiful, and multiplied. That's what I want. Let's go ahead and get back to it. I know I had to preach real quick.
So I don't really feel great whenever I know it's a completion on the field, and I don't get to it. So that's what I'm hard on myself about, and that's what I want to make sure I always improve every day. And, you know, in football, it's always going to be good and bad, so you just clean up the bad stuff one day at a time. And after practice, I work on throws, you know, that I missed or things like that. And mentally later on, go through the film and everything. So then you could come out tomorrow and be prepared and learn from that one mistake.
Have you done any virtual reality here yet?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
What's that like?
It's cool.
You think you benefit from it?
Yeah, I can't say yes or no because I got to spend more time on task with it. You know, everybody learns different. I'm more of like an active learner, so I like seeing, I like being able to pictures, being able to walk through like real life type stuff. So I like it. I like it.
Shedeur, I heard your dad mention on a recent podcast that, you know, he's still kind of going through his health challenge and that he's
I don't know what's going on. So I'm here not to talk about Pops and them. I'm here for the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. You know.
My question was, though, if you don't mind answering this, do you kind of have to just, like you said, be where your feet are and not, I'm sure that's something that would be a worry to you if you let yourself kind of think about it here. So is that something that you're trying to just
I'm focused. I'm focused on learning this playbook and everything I got to do to be the most successful quarterback I could be and be the best teammate I could be. Outside of that, I don't really have no thoughts or, you know, really opinions on anything outside this game.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
We good.
Oh, appreciate y'all.
I ain't even really hear that last question, but I sure it was some foolery. And I don't even know why they let her keep asking questions. But I'm glad y'all clicked on and I'm glad that was the last question because they going to go right into what I'm about to say in my title and my thumbnail, man. I'm telling you, boy, I caught Mary Kate lying. I caught her lying red-handed. And I'm telling you, it's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. This lady, yesterday, the little clip we listened to when she was on here, I got to find it again. When she was on here, she told a straight up, bold face lie. And I'm telling you, bro, let me find it. Like I say, man, my computer messed up. And I would have been had it up already, man. If for some reason, computer would not let me turn it on, bro. And it wasn't connecting to the internet. But we up. But now, hey, stand on business. Yup. Bro, I ain't fooling with that lady, bro. And I told y'all she was lying. And I found she's lying, bro. Straight up bold-faced lying. Give me a second. I supposed to have this already up. Let me find the Shedeur video first. I know exactly where that's at. Now I think it was on the live because they was on this show right here. And they had Mary Kate. Is this it? It might be it. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all for coming, man. Hit that like button. Subscribe and share. Tell your friend about that money, man. You already know, man. Here it is right here. Yup.
Offense. So they're getting the brunt of the install right now.
Here you go.
Going to work in this new offense. What's going? Their two guys passes, or it looks like if you're looking out there and you're seeing
on how things are going. Yeah.
We've only seen 2 OTAs.
All right, listen. So this Mary Kate talking about it. We listened to this yesterday. Now I want y'all to listen to it again. Then I'm gonna play you. She lying.
So far, but I feel like I have a pretty good handle on how this thing is going right now.
And what is the handle on how things are going right now from your perspective?
Well, I wrote about this in a column that hit this morning, and that is, if you're looking out there and you're seeing Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel look at times like it's not perfect and they're not completing as many passes, or it looks like they're almost throwing an interception. Those two guys are having so much heat on their plate right now. They're the ones that are sort of being tasked with trying to figure out what's going to work in this new offense and what's not going to work in this new offense. So they're getting the brunt of the install right now. And that's in part because they need to get them up to speed as quickly as possible, but also because those two guys were kind of targeted early on as the two players that the Browns probably have out front right now in terms of winning this competition. And the reason why I say that is because they were acquired earlier in their respective acquisition cycles than the other two, right? I mean, we know that Kenny Pickett was traded for a month before Joe Flacco was signed, and that Dylan came in the 3rd round, Shedeur in the 5th. So we know that those guys come in with a bit of an edge. It doesn't mean that the other two can't flip the script, but more is going on to the plate of Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel right now than, let's say, than Shedeur. And with Joe, he already knows so much of it, so they don't really have to do that with him as much. They have to get those other two guys ready.
Yeah, it's, Nathan and I have been pretty of what's
to feel like they know exactly how this is going, and they're not here. We are boots on the ground, and so I think people need to be a little bit careful with.
Hey, yeah, we heard it yesterday, but I was trying to play it back for the one that didn't win here, because if you go watch my video, where I probably should have went anyway, my video that I posted last night, when I said it was, when she slow developing quarterback, Shedeur was a slow developing quarterback. See what stick. That means they not understanding what's going on. You got to keep. Oh, okay.
On a separate field, because we saw the other day, he was at times on a separate field because people need to be a little bit careful with who they're putting their faith in right now in terms of how this thing is playing out. Yeah, Shedeur looks really, really good with what they're asking him to do. He looks really, really good. But as you probably saw the other day, he was at times on a separate field because he's learning different things. He's coming along at a different pace than some of the other guys. Like I said, with Ken.
There was right there, man. You heard Mary Kate say out her own mouth that he on a different field because he coming at a different pace. I'm interpreting it now. Y'all know I read between the lines, like I said yesterday, and go watch this full video right here, man. She basically saying Shedeur developing and learning at a different pace. He developing and learning at a different pace than Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel. But clearly right here, I think it's this question right here.
Got the resources here. We got the indoor weight room. We got
this an interview a month ago of Shedeur. Listen to what he
said. We got
say.
everything we need, so I don't think anything's too much of a problem.
No, and the beautiful thing about this game, right? It's the great meritocracy.
Here it come up. It coming right after this question, right after Buddy asked this question. Listen to Shedeur answer.
See what happens on those fields. That's all that matters. And you talked about playing for your offensive coordinator. It's got to be nice to have an offensive coordinator who is very familiar now with your NFL head coach. Pat Shermer comes fancy. They go.
Your offensive coordinator is familiar with your head coach. Listen to this answer.
Way back, so I'm sure you got a lot of information about Kevin Stefanski from Pat Shermer and vice versa.
No, for sure. It was great that, they have their relationship, so he's able to kind of like explain and tell them, what's real and what's not real. So I'm glad that they have that relationship, and a lot of the offense that we did at Colorado is parts of it that we learned.
Yep.
It's similar. So the game slowed down for me a little bit, I'll say, and I'm excited for it.
Works.
I ain't even got my close-up set up, but I told my computer messed up. Y'all just heard it. Didn't y'all just? Y'all heard what I heard, didn't you? Y'all heard what I heard, didn't you? Barry Kate say Shedeur is slowly developing. He coming along at a different pace But a month ago, Shedeur said it's similar offense that they ran at Colorado. The game is slowing down for me. I know it done been a month and Mary Kate just now saying what she's saying, and I know in a month time Shedeur done learn more than he already knew when he said this interview. Mary Kate lying. How? Yeah, you late, bro. DJ H, you late. We already done played it. We watched the whole thing. We already done played that. You late, my guy. My girl, whoever you is. You late. We already done watched the press conference. But what I'm saying is, how this lady gonna come out and say that he developing at a slower pace? Basically, he don't know the playbook when he clearly just said it's similar to Colorado offense. No. That ain't what that means. It ain't the pace of the game. It ain't the pace of the game. It's he understanding it. He understanding the playbook more. So when you understand the playbook, then you play free. That's what they call it. You play free, that makes you play faster because you're not thinking. Because you know what to do. You know what I'm saying? It ain't he used to a faster pace. It's he knows the playbook now. He knows what to do. So now he can play free, play faster because he understands what's going on. That's what he's talking about when the game slows down. But from Mary Kay point of view, the game ain't slowed down. It's still too fast for Shedeur to catch up. But I don't know, even me hearing it again, when Mary Kay was talking about Dillon Gabriel and Kenny Pickett, she said they got to catch up. I ain't hear that the first time. She said they got to catch up. But I did hear the part when she said they trying to see what stick. So hold on. If Kenny Pickett and Dillon Gabriel got to catch up, who they got to catch up to? And where they got to catch up to? If Shedeur already know the offense and it's similar to when they ran at Colorado and the game slowing down for them, that means Kenny Pickett and Dillon Gabriel don't know. They don't know the plays. If they got to catch up and see what sticks, somebody lying. Somebody lying. Y'all tell me. Hit that like button, man. Subscribe and share and tell your friend about that money, man. You already know, boy. Because we coming out here, and I'm telling you, I knew something was wrong when she said that. I knew something was wrong. But I figured about 1 o'clock that when they do the Cleveland Daily, and that's why I said I was going to go live at 1, but I was a couple minutes late because my computer was messing up. But hey, we here, and we about to take a look at these clips and these highlights from this MiniCamp, the first day of MiniCamp. We already done looked at Shedeur press conference. Y'all just getting here. We already done looked at that. So start the video, the live from the beginning. You'll go see the whole press conference, man. We set through all that. It's over with. I'm debunking my title and my thumbnail right now. And what I told y'all, Mary Kate is be lying. Mary Kate be lying. Y'all want to hear it again? For the one that just came in here, hit that like button.
Slow down for me a little bit. It's at Colorado, offense relationship real was not real. So he's able to kind of like explain and get that
about Kevin Stefanski from Pat Shurmur and vice versa.
Nah, for sure. It was great that, you know, they have their relationship. So he's able to kind of like explain and tell them, you know, what's real and what's not real. So I'm glad that they have that relationship, and a lot of the offense that we did at Colorado is parts of it that we learned.
Yep.
It's similar. So the game slowed down for me a little bit, I'll say. And
bro, I can't do it no better. I can't do it no better than that, bro. Here it is. They already uploaded right here. Then Dylan Gabriel talking. I don't even know why they put Dylan Gabriel up there. Damn, they got our head coach up there. Oh, they got the whole thing right there. That whole thing right there. I know they add Kevin. We'll look at that in a minute. I'm trying to look at the clip. Okay. Hold on. If Dante Johnson not there with Shedeur, I know this his first practice. Ooh, they zip on that ball. Ooh, wait. Y'all see how fast that ball came out? Hold on, I'm in the way. Hold on. I know somebody gonna say something. I don't want to hear nothing about no arm strength. Bruh, I don't want to hear nothing about no arm strength. Look at this. Look at that zip on that ball, boy. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. Flacco ain't even throw. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. Look at this. This boy went 10 for 12 with 2 touchdowns. I don't care what the little Tony dude gonna get on here and talk about. Don't worry about the numbers. The numbers don't mean nothing. They was in the red zone. But y'all keeping track, all right? Y'all keeping track. First day of MiniCamp. Dylan Gabriel got 18 reps. And 7 completion with 1 get out of here. I told y'all, man, listen here. Either they done paid Mary Kate that say Dylan Gabriel and Kenny Pickett is the best on the team so they can trade one of them, or she lying. I'm leaning more, she lying, but looking at this, you can't tell me, bro. He got 18 reps. Yeah, he got the most. I'm telling you, man, she said he is developing slow. 10 for 12 with 2 touchdowns is developing slow. That is ridiculous, boy. Y'all see that zip on that ball. Man, I don't want to see nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to see nothing. Look at this. Look at this. This a deep ball. Looked off the safety. Everything. Look at all them people standing up there. Hey, man. Pickett got 3 yards from 6 throws. What you seeing of that? The motivated water. He ain't got to be motivated. We already knew he was doing this. Look at this. We already know he was doing it. Look at this. It's 7-on-7 right here. Hit that light button. Let's ride. right over the linebacker, bro. That's what they call a layer throw, right over the linebacker. You put it right over the linebacker just enough. I don't want to hear nothing else, bro. It's only day one. Did Dylan Gabriel only touchdown? 7-on-7. So I'm guessing red zone. That different angle right up. I'm starting to think. I had this quote right here that I was gonna tell y'all. I had to write it down. Let me say this right here. This is what I thought earlier. I had to write it down so I can remember. Y'all paying attention? Listen. Let me get a little bigger real quick. Matter of fact, let me get my close up. All right. Look, this what I'm thinking. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I said Dion. Dylan Gabriel and Kenny Pickett are so bad that they need the number one wide receivers to help them. That's why they got them running with the ones. Listen to what I'm saying. Let me put it a different way. Dylan Gabriel and Kenny Pickett are so bad that they need the number ones to help them. What you mean when I mean by help them? They don't know the plays. So the number ones already know the plays. So they know how to run the routes and the concept correctly. In order for the quarterback to do good or to understand the play, they have to use the ones to run the play correctly. Because if you put them with the 2s and the 3s, that's why that guy 2 and the 3. Because he don't know the plays all. He don't know all the plays. And he might run the route different from Jared Judy. So if you got Jared Judy running the route correctly, because he's going to be out there, then why not put the quarterbacks that don't know the plays, put them with the ones so they can learn the plays? I'm telling you. I be thinking too much. They so bad that they got to get put with the ones to make them look good. Meanwhile, Shedeur over there with the 2s and the 3s lighting it up. This man went 10 for 12. With 2 touchdowns. I don't care if it's red zone or whatever. Because that's what you play the game for on offense is to score touchdowns. I don't want to hear that. Don't quit making excuses. Did the boy go 10 for 12? I don't care who catching the ball. He had to throw it to him. He had to get him in the right position. Dylan Gabriel and Kenny Pickett trying to still see wet sticks. Because they don't know nothing. Tell me if I'm wrong. Hey, y'all need to subscribe and like on that. Matter of fact, y'all need to super chat on that one. Somebody got it. Everybody in here give me $1. I'll be happy. Everybody in here need to give me $1 for that. If you ain't gonna give me $1, hit that like button. That's ridiculous. I got 256 people in here. Only got 96 likes. Hit the like button. I'm telling you can't tell me that ain't it. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Then Let me find my boy real quick. I screenshotted it too. Left a comment. So not Cali left a comment on one of my videos. He said, I think Shedeur is on the other field because he's a player that players will gravitate to. Players always know who they want to start and willing to go to war with. He's on that other field to take the pressure off Pickett and Gabriel. We all know Shedeur is a better pure passer, and more accurate than both of those quarterbacks. It's going to play out, and he's supposed to play out 12. I ain't thinking about that neither. They got Shedeur on the other field to take the pressure off Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel. Come on now. Come on now. That make a lot of sense. That make a lot of sense. Then get what? Get what else I thought? Get what else I thought about? Y'all got me. Fred cutting this thing acting stupid. Get what else? Get what else? Y'all need to hit that like button on that one. They gonna blow your mind, right? They gonna blow your mind. Mary Kay say Kenny Pickett is the one they traded for to be the QB1. What they traded to get Kenny Pickett? A 5th round pick. So, if Kenny Pickett got traded for a 5th round pick, don't that mean he valued as a 5th rounder? Get out of here! You better stop playing with me. They traded a 5th round pick to get Kenny Pickett. That means his value is worth a 5th round pick. What is Shedeur? A 5th round pick. So get what? Shedeur ought to be QB1. Since we doing it, y'all need. Hey, get out my line. Get out. Ain't now one of y'all hit that. Get out. Y'all ain't ready for this. Get out. Appreciate you. There we let go 12. There we go. You can stay. Morning coffee. You can stay. Thanks. Everybody else can leave. Get out. Get out right now. You ain't about to fool me. Appreciate it, Sydney. You ain't about to fool me. The Brown traded Dorian Thompson-Robinson and a 5th round pick to the Eagles for Kenny Pickett. If they Shedeur Sanders was drafted in the 5th round, 144th overall pick. That man is worth a 5th round. You can't tell me. He gonna be QB. Ain't no way that boy QB1 if he value at a 5th round. That means he a 5th rounder.
Bengals, Ravens, Lions, Vikings, Steelers, 6 games. What are they?
I think you can win 2.
Bengals, Ravens, Packers, Lions, Vikings, Steelers, 6 games. What are they?
I think you can win 2. 2 and 4.
Well, bring on Shedeur.
And that's
bring on
generous.
Shedeur. Bring on Dylan Gabriel. Bring them on. It's not going to happen. They're going to let Pickett. If Pickett starts, they'll go to Flacco. If Flacco starts, they go to Pickett.
Correct.
It might be week 14 when you're 2-12, and these kids are going to get a throw-in game. When everybody's checked out.
They'll get the Bailey's Happy treatment.
God help us. Bengals. Ending a constant, never-ending battle to find me, my quarterback. And I could argue this year it's set up like a circus.
I said it.
A freaking circus.
I said he watched my video.
It brings me to this. Please tell me there's not going to be a QB tracker today. Chris,
Riz,
please,
hold on.
Chris,
No, Riz.
Chris, no.
This isn't just a voluntary OTA QB tracker. This is mandatory MiniCamp QB tracker. Yes, there will be one.
Oh, hey, he watched my video, man. He watched my video. What? He watched my video, didn't he? Brown Circus. Didn't he watch my video? Yeah, they're right here. What they say? The Browns are a circus. This quarterback competition is a joke. I don't get credit for nothing. Y'all don't like me. I don't get credit from y'all. I don't get credit from them. I don't get credit for bringing all this Mary Kay line. I don't get no credit for Kenny Pickett, a 5th rounder, just like Shedeur. I don't get no credit for none of that. Appreciate you, Kate. You still ain't tell me how to pronounce your Desara. I still don't know how to pronounce it because you ain't put the pronunciation up here. I remember. Shedeur up here trending on Twitter, X, whatever you call it. There go Mary Kate tried it, slid in the question about prime health, hoping Shedeur would slip. He didn't even blink. Kept it pro talk. Grow quarterback grow, big dog. For being a big dog for your team and owning that playbook. Media fishing, but Shedeur ain't biting. If y'all missed it. For some reason, the audio real low. I had everything turned all the way up and it was still low.
Your dad mentioned on a recent podcast that, he's still kind of going through his health challenge.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. So I'm here not to talk about Pops and them. I'm here for the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns.
My question was, though, if you don't mind answering this, do you kind of have to just, like you said, be where your feet are and not, I'm sure that's something that would be a worry to you if you let yourself kind of think about it here. So is that something that you're trying to just
I'm focused on learning this playbook and everything I got to do to be the most successful quarterback I could be and be the best teammate I could be. Outside of that, I don't really have no thoughts or, really opinions on anything outside this game.
Appreciate it. Thanks. We good.
I don't want to wait till it all start coming out. Where my boy at? Let me see if they got it going. For some reason, there you go right there. They're one of them.
So when a client comes to us with an ask,
why? Look here. I don't want to hear nothing about Kenny Pickett was traded to be the starter when he is valued as a 5th rounder. Kenny Pickett valued as a 5th rounder. Okay. Little agility. Hey, can y'all see it good? Y'all can see it good? I do another video explaining it, like I did the last time. I break down the personnel, what the receiver running, what he looked at, all that. I ain't gonna do it right now though. Unless I want to run it back. That deep ball, there it is. Boom. Y'all hit that like button, let's ride. What going on? GG, you late. Whew, that zip on that ball. I don't want to hear nothing about no arm string. That the wide angle deep ball, okay. I'm trying to go to that first precinct of the game. I'm trying to go. They ain't doing too much nothing right there. They warm up throw. Hey, I need y'all to hit that like button, man. God, I'll say it again. I'll say it again. I don't hear nothing about that dude right here throwing the ball. Talking about he a QB1 when he is valued as a 5th rounder. Can I get 6 more super chats? If 200 people in here just donate $1, I can go to that game. I don't know if they let me live stream. I wouldn't show the game anyway like that. Man, what the 11 on 11, bro? That was the only clip they had. Yeah, that cutting the grass. I don't know if y'all can hear that. I ain't gotta see no mad gear. I already know. Oh, this different angle right here. And all them bugs out there. They the deep ball right here. End zone ankle. Whoo. Oh, he beat him off the line. The receiver beat him off the line. Oh, they did a little cross action. Sure did, but he just outran him. Whoo, let's go. I'm telling y'all, boy. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm trying to get to that game. Appreciate y'all. And we still doing the 50K giveaway, man. We still doing the 50K giveaway. Somebody gonna win a lucky jersey. I'm probably gonna do it next week. End of next week, I'm probably gonna announce the winner. So if you ain't entered and you wanna enter, comment primetime giveaway, Shedeur 12, and you gotta subscribe to the channel and like the video. I've been preaching. You better scream hallelujah. Thank you, Lord. Man, that was the only clip they had. This ain't the same guy either. This is him. He just changed the picture. I don't know how he be getting these clips so fast. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure this out. They got Nick Chubb already out there. Well, it is mandatory. You got to show up. But I appreciate y'all, man. Great content. Thanks, Janet. I try. I'm getting back in my groove. You know what I'm saying? I ain't fully to my potential yet, because when I get this software and I start breaking these clips down live on here, y'all gonna be so amazed. Y'all gonna be so amazed. But hit that like button, man. But GG. So basically, let me just explain. Shedeur 12. There we go. I got you. So basically, we done debunked Mary Kay. She already done lied and been lying. Talking about Shedeur already only had one offensive coordinator when he done had 6. And then talking about he's slow developing when we clearly just watch the highlights and say that ain't true. And then we see right here, a month ago, he said out his own mouth that the playbook is similar.
I'm glad that they have that relationship, and a lot of the offense that we did at Colorado is parts of it that we learned.
Yep.
It's similar. So the game slowed down for me a little bit, I'll say, and I'm excited for it.
This dude right here, the house of silver and gold, bro. You come in here and say the same stuff. You come say the same stuff. Get some better jokes, my guy. Because you don't want me to get started. I hurt your feelings. And you might not want to come back. But yeah, I'm telling you, bro. I don't want to hear nothing about Kenny Pickett, bro. When they traded a 5th round pick to get Kenny Pickett, this dude got drafted in the 5th round. And y'all talking about he got to make the team, he got to 4th string, he got to work his way up. But this dude clearly was a 1st round pick, but his value now is a 5th rounder. I don't want to hear that. Yeah, I was already on him. Where you at? I had it up. Damn, this is it right here. Nah, I had clicked on what's the name. Did the tweet Shedeur talking about right here. It's a spiritual war going on. And I paused the conference and I told y'all, for the one that wasn't here, I said, he had told me this months ago. God told me this months ago. It's a spiritual warfare going on. We got to get right. Everybody, you got to get right in everything you doing. Mindset, spiritually, your walk, your work, your kids, your wife, your husband, your everything. You got to get right. Because you see what's going on in the world, and you can easily get pulled up in that mess if you not focused on the one and focused on yourself. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You can easily get manipulated and pulled into that trap. Easily. We human. We gonna slip up. But if I'm gonna look at you and I'm looking at the fruit you bearing, I don't need it to be rotten. And don't be trying to fool me. They look pretty on the outside, but you sour on the inside. I don't want to see none of that. Because all I know, I'm focusing on I'm just telling you, I can't make you do nothing. I can't make you do it. You got to be transformed by the renewing of your own mind. I can't help you unless you help yourself first. So get what, when you look at me, my fruit going to be sweet and I'm going to multiply. Hit that like button. I think that's all I got for you. I ain't got nothing else. Like, Mary Kay on here line. Shedeur went 10 for 12. We just watched all the highlights. Appreciate you. Good factual material, bro. No one can stop what God had played. Nope, can't stop it. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. No, it won't. Hey, I was sick last week, trying to get my vocals back. But nah, man, I ain't. I'm telling you, we ain't even got the Travis. I don't even think you. There it is right there. I don't even think we got the Travis. See, he come in here talking about the same thing, but ain't nobody fooling you. Hey, matter of fact, Silver and Gold, donate something. Donate something, my guy. You come in here all the time. I appreciate your support. But I wonder why Flacco ain't getting no rep. I guess they gave him all to Shedeur, because he wasn't getting none. But I'm surprised Dillon Gabriel got 18. But I just told y'all, though. Yup. I just told y'all. I just said, earlier I said, for the one that wasn't here, I know I'm repeating myself sometimes, but for the one that ain't here, because I be having people coming in and out all the time on my live. But for the one that wasn't here, I said Kenny Pickett and Dillon Gabriel running with the ones to make them look good because they don't know the plays. Now, if I go down there with the 2s and 3s that don't know the plays just like he don't know the plays, then we can't get a good rep. We can't see what he know and what he don't know, because if the quarterback don't know it and the receiver don't know it, you know what I'm saying? But obviously, them receivers know something, because Shedeur going 10 for 12 and been lighting it up over there on his own field. I ain't say that, Tony did. And he don't even like Shedeur. I know he ain't, because he going to be the starter. If Joe Flacco ain't the starter week 1 or Shedeur, come on now. But I told y'all, I said, these reps, Shedeur better get more reps. If he don't get no more reps, and I was talking about today, like day 1, like we see right here, I said, if Shedeur don't get no more reps, then I'm done. Get rid of this boy. Trade him off of your team. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. If he don't get more reps tomorrow, if we don't see this number flip, I guarantee you what they're gonna do is they about to give Kenny Pickett them 18 tomorrow. They're gonna give Kenny Pickett them 18 reps tomorrow, and Shedeur gonna stay where he at. Well, now he probably gonna get a little less, because they probably gonna give Flacco some tomorrow. I don't want to hear none of that. 6 for 10, 3 touchdowns. That's in the red zone, though. Y'all remember that? That's the red zone. Hey, y'all go watch that video, man. I don't know how that bro getting clipped this fast, but I keep saying that. But nah, man. Let's see. Let's see what Shady talking about. Cause you know he the only one. I don't want to hear nobody else take on this show but Shady McCoy, LaShawn McCoy. That's the only take I want to hear. And it ain't because the other ones be negative. Is that he the only one that speak like he was an offensive lineman. I know exactly who he is now. But I always thought he was an offensive lineman, man.
Division, I think it's a successful season.
But I got retired and got. I'm glad he said that, cause I clearly said it ain't no one. It ain't no one on the team. You can't say somebody running with the ones that they the starter, they the number 1 quarterback like Mary Kate be talking about, and Shedeur number 4. That's the only thing I want to hear from him. Cause I was trying to look for McCoy, but then when he said that, I had to stop it. I was like, look, it can't be a number 1 quarterback if it was never a number 1. It's an open competition.
I hate number one.
He made $45 million being a backup. How much you think Kirk Cousins make? He right, bro. Like I said, that don't take I want. I ain't listening to James Jones. Like Sean McCoy is the biggest star up there. Dang, they view dropped off heavy, boy. Yeah. Appreciate it, but you ain't even hear my song I got today, friend. You ain't even hear the song I got today. I got a brand new one. I ain't even get to play it like that because my computer, and it took me forever to go live to get it set up so I can go live. So I couldn't play it like I wanted to. But I'll play it when I get it out now. I'll play it when I get off. Look, GG, we already know you got a little crush on LaShawn McCoy. Go tell him that. We ain't got to know. We ain't got to know that. Go tell him. But what I forgot to say. But yeah, so he right. He got to get a chance with the ones, man. That's what I've been saying. He got to get it. He got to get a chance with the ones. He got to. We got to listen to what he got to say. Because you know he already about to be hating on Shedeur.
Hi, everybody. Tony Grossi here with your Cleveland
But his mic messed up.
Browns mandatory minicamp report.
Why everybody Browns mic messed up? Y'all hit that like button.
Presented by Permco. Well, everybody showed up today. All those guys who were missing.
Can I get one more super chat to meet my goal, man? One more super chat. Appreciate you.
Everybody showed up today. All those guys who were missing voluntary practices were here. Myles Garrett, Jack Conklin, Joe Bitonio, David Njoku, and prominently Deontay Johnson, the wide receiver the Browns are hoping to have fill in their number 2 wide receiver role. This was the first time the media have seen number 16 working out with his team, and he was promptly placed at the end of the very long wide receiver line. But he's here, and we hope to talk to him this week. Quarterback stuff. Joe Flacco, no reps at all today. And Coach Kevin Stefanski admitted in his interview with us that he wants to get the newcomers as many reps as possible before they get to training camp next month. Here are the numbers. You Shedeur Sanders fans will love this. 10 of 12, 2 touchdowns. One of the touchdowns was in 11-on-11 and not in red zone drill. So that was it. He had one impressive throw in that drill. Dillon Gabriel, 7 of 18, but he had a nice touchdown pass in red zone to Jamari Thresh in the left corner of the end zone. Kenny Pickett, 6 of 10, 3 touchdowns. Again, these are 7-on-7s. These are 7-on-7 red zone and 11-on-11. Dillon Gabriel continued to get a little bit of rep with against the number 1 defense. Shedeur Sanders did not. One other note, Myles Garrett appeared in front of the media and admitted that he talked to Andrew Berry before he even signed his new extension about his plans for Nick Chubb. He really wanted Nick Chubb to come back to the Browns. Of course, that didn't happen. And Myles Garrett said he wishes the best, like everyone else, for Nick Chubb with the Houston Texans. That's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow with day 2, Cleveland mandatory mini.
You know what he meant. Because he's not a fan of Shedeur. You know exactly what he meant. But what I'm saying is, he read Shedeur's stats, and one of them was in 11-on-11. He had an impressive throw. Then he go on to say Dillon Gabriel, 6 for 18, but he did have a nice touchdown. I'm like, come on, bro.
We really saw Dillon today, as far as getting reps in his team, and he looks composed, plays on the offense pretty well. His eyes got pretty big when I got free and I was face up on him, but all of them look pretty, calm, just going through their texts, going through their calls, making the plays they need to make, not doing too much right now, and they'll have time to continue to display their talents, and it's just one day at a time. Continue to earn the trust of your coaches and your teammates, and I think they'll be able to open up the game.
You just
We really saw Dylan today, as far as getting reps in his team, and
he want to throw that in there. Shedeur ain't getting no rep against the first team defense. I'm telling you, man, I'm getting more and more convinced about what I said. That they so bad that they gotta go with the ones that make them look good. But it's not working. It's not working at all. I'm convinced now, bro. I'm really convinced. He ain't updating nothing. I want to hear what Kevin said, but I don't want to watch that whole thing. I want them to skip, post it up like they did, clip it up, but they got the whole thing up there. Let me see, can I find it real quick? Oh, they might definitely not on. They might have cut it off because he said something good about Shedeur. Yeah, that might definitely off. We can't hear nothing. Well, that ain't gonna work. We can't hear nothing. But yeah, man, this that throw crazy. I don't care. That boy got velocity and everything on that throw. I'm trying to see anybody before I get off. I'm trying to see if anybody update anything beside that. Cause he might messed up. Again, we're gonna have to wait till tomorrow before they get on their little radio station and talk.
Want to know the secret of authentic content that performs everywhere, not just social? Let's be real. Today's audience.
Caleb, the starter right out of the gate, he was the #1 overall pick, but that you don't see that often.
No.
We don't have 2 #1 overall picks here. Right? We're not going to replay the draft or relitigate the draft.
Yeah.
You have to win that job in August and September. This job. Do you think this group still, and because Joel said, we're all older now.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think this group still has it?
Yeah.
Said, yes, we do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I
just feel like I'm back in my element. It's grass, it's fresh grass. You hear the birds outside. You understand what peace is at this point in life.
You're there.
Hey,
he's there. Gibby's.
We're good, Gibby.
Gibby
We're good.
came in
We're good.
like a missile. He's trying to suck
We're
down
good.
a salad. He came.
You said, hey, baby. It's like Nathan's baby is probably taller than me by now.
He looks great.
Doesn't he?
Young Luka looks
Great name.
Great name.
Luka Dragomir.
So strong.
Like, that's a tennis player right there.
Yeah, I think if it's up to Z, he'll be a golfer. But
Could
I
be
think
a
both
golfer
those
as
things
well.
would work.
But
yeah.
like Luka Dragomir.
You've been through a lot of these.
Yeah.
What importance do you put on these 3 practices different from the last month?
I think it is important, maybe more so this year than in years past. Look, mandatory minicamp, as we all know, is like your last work before school is out for summer. It's also, in this day and age, kind of your real work, not your only real work, but your real work with your full team and a chance to make a last impression before you break for the summer. Now, you don't see many 4-person quarterback derbies. So it is legit, but it's also football in shorts. And as a coach, there's only so much that really matters when it's football in shorts.
Yeah. Yeah, there is. It's interesting because usually now, I mean, you use the school analogy, and usually the end of school is kind of now it's turned into like just nonsense, really. The last week's kind of just nonsense. It's kind of like having like the off-season final.
It is.
It's what
Yes.
this is. And so here we go. Here's the whole team. Everybody's here. It's a time when a message can be sent. Like, and you and I will talk about some of these holdouts that are going on around, whether it's T.J. Watt or Trey Hendrickson or Terry McLaurin or whoever. Those two happen to be in our division. So it matters that everybody's here. And I think in this quarterback competition, all the pieces matter too. I think it's the wire. I think everything does matter. I don't think it matters that Joe didn't get a snap today. Because if you listen to this
that's
show,
the way that I would like to do it.
Yes.
You know what Joe can do. It's
We
fine.
know what
Let
he
the
is.
other guys do their thing. Assume.
I do think that they're almost the reality of what this quarterback competition is going to be, and then kind of the way that it's playing out for some of the fans in terms of how they think it's going to go, and we've given them the real truth. But I think kind of what you saw today gives you a pretty good example of the way that the coaches view this thing.
Hey, I'm just trying to see what they're going to say about
the young
Shedeur,
guys
but it
to
don't
get
look
to
like
work.
they
You need
saying
Kenny
nothing.
Pickett to get to work. And to your point, and you and I were talking off the air, I need to pump the brakes for everybody and ask for patience and caution and wait until September. I talked about this with Jack Conklin. It'll be a best pod available coming up, I think, maybe tonight. It's June.
Yeah.
No one makes a quarterback decision in June.
Well, y'all need to
And
make
no
one quick,
rookie,
'cause-
I mean, save for like a number 1 overall pick, has ever won a quarterback competition in June when there are veterans in the room. I don't care where you're picked. Jaden Daniels was named the starter last year. Caleb Williams was named the starter last year. Now, what Matt Eberflus did was name Caleb the starter right out of the gate. He was the number 1 overall pick, but that you don't see that often.
No.
We don't have 2 number 1 overall picks here. All right? We're not going to replay the draft or relitigate the draft.
Yeah.
You have to win that job in August and September. I think it is fantastic this year that all 3
That made the
so
year, did
Browns
it,
fans
they about the
everywhere,
same size.
all 3 games are going to be simulcast nationally. Those games will mean something this year, and the joint practices will mean more than they have ever meant. Against
I'm
a
ready to see
defending Super Bowl champion, against an up-and-coming Carolina team. Like, it's a meaningful training camp. Everyone says you sleepwalk through training camp last year. There is no sleepwalking through training camp this year.
Did you notice that tone difference?
Yes, and I talked about it with Grant Delpit last week and talked about it with Jerry Conklin, I'm sorry. Jack Conklin. I saw Jerry Judy downstairs. Jack Conklin today. The intensity that everyone felt in OTAs was the intensity we felt out there today. Within reason, because you can only go so intense here.
Yeah, without pads, there's only so much you can do. But at the same time, just the demand. The other thing that I think is so critical, and this is why I keep using the line, all the
For
pieces
real.
matter.
That
There
man
are only
little.
so many
I'm done
minutes
with it.
in a practice.
This man is little. I seen him standing there, Shedeur. That was ridiculous. That man is little, but hey, once again, before I get off, I don't want to hear nobody talking about Kenny Pickett gonna be QB1 when he valued at a 5th round pick. That means Shedeur need to be the starter too, or should be the starter. Hey man, but I appreciate y'all for coming. Hit that like button, subscribe and share. Tell your friend about that money, man. You already know. And we back. Still, why that up though? Still doing the giveaway. Hey, primetime giveaway. Shedeur 12 if you want to enter. Like I said, I'm probably gonna do it next weekend. Next week, I mean, not next weekend. Next week, sometime next week, I'll post something and let y'all know. But I go live and pick the winner. I still gotta get everything set up. So if it ain't next week, then it'll be the week after that. Or I'll let y'all know when I got everything put together. I'm still gonna do it. I got mine on the way already, and I'm gonna get one lucky savage on this stream and on my channel a jersey. I should do something on jersey, man. So hey, stay tuned for that. And I want y'all to appreciate this new song I got. It is what it is. Y'all already know what time it is.
Don't call me Tuno. Left that 2 in the past. New number, new lane. Got the dog pound behind me and gold in my chain. Number 12 like Brady, but I'm still me. Pressure built different when you born to lead. Pocket calm like snow in December. Now I'm in the land, make the city remember. Ain't no clone, this a brand new script. Came from the 2, now I'm flipping the script. Don't call me 2, call me 12. Whole jersey, new era. Welcome to the land. Number change, but the mission don't fade. AP watch and the ice still sway. From Buddha to Browns, levels to this whole digit, same dog. I'm built for the blitz. 12 in the field, yes sir. QB1 vibe. Dash 2 is the spark, Dash 12 is the storm. I'm past the comparisons, now I perform. No more debates, no more doubt. They gon' feel me when I air it out. Same soul, New Jersey stitch. Legacy earned, never switch. Ain't just a number, it's a chapter flip. Now the league gotta deal with this. Don't call me 2, call me 12. Whole jersey, new era. Welcome to the land. Number change, but the mission don't fade. AP watching, the ice still sway. From Buddha to Browns, levels to this whole digit, same dog. I'm built for the blitz. Drops a number, it's a statement. It's not about where I was, it's about where I'm going. Yeah. Now it's game time, chains on stealth. Whole league watching number 12. Cleveland cold, but the wrist still melt. Don't call me 2, I'm 12 myself. Yeah, he went 2 in college, but now don't call me 2 no more. Call me 12. Don't call me 2 no more. Left that 2 in the past. New number, new. He went 2 in college, but now so don't call me 2 no more. Call me 12. New pilot 2 in the past, new number, new lane. Got the dog pound behind me, go in my chain. Number 12 like Brady, but I'm still me. Pressure built different when you born to lead. Pocket calm like snow in December. Now I'm in the land, make the city remember. Ain't no clone, this a brand new script. Came from the 2, now I'm flipping the script. Yeah, don't call me 2, call me 12. Jersey, new era. Welcome to the land. Number change, but the mission don't fade. AP watching, the ice still sway. From Boulder to Browns, levels to this whole digit, same dog. I'm built for the man. 12 in the field, yes sir. QB1 5. Let's get 2 was the spark. 12 is the storm. I'm past the comparisons, now I perform. No more debates, no more doubt.